Welcome to Enter the Gungeon. This is a procedurally generated roguelike dungeon crawler published by Devolver Digital and made by Dodge Roll Studios. I find it quite an enjoyable pastime, and it is very funny, packed with puns. Let's get started. We have 4 classes to choose from: the Marine, the Pilot, the Convict, and the Hunter. Now I'm going to start as the Pilot for the tutorial, and I will open the Ammonomicon with I to show you what kind of loadout the Pilot has. You start with the Rogue Special, which has infinite ammo. It's your starting pistol. All other guns in the game are going to have a finite amount of ammo that you burn through, and then you will be able to pick up ammo drops and such in order to replenish your supply. The Trusty Lockpicks, this gives the Pilot essentially a 50-50 chance of picking any given lock. So if they try to use it on a chest, it might open, it might not. If it doesn't open, it can no longer be opened using a key. So that's the drawback. Very risk-rewardy. Here is the Disarming Personality. It gives him discounts when he shops. And here's the Hidden Compartment. This allows him to have an extra active item and increases the amount of ammo each gun can hold. So typically a character can have 1 active item, like the lockpicks for example. This character can have 2 that you can toggle between. Alright, let's head into the Halls of Knowledge. Wayward Soul, approach me and press E to... Oh, it's you. So the dialogue changes because I've done the tutorial before. Forget how to dodge roll? Yes. Do you want me to do the whole thing again? Alright. Ahem. Wayward Soul, welcome to the Halls of Knowledge. For it is I, Sir Manuel. Heed my words, and I shall show you how to survive this accursed labyrinth. Continue through the door to begin your tutelage. Onward to greatness. I figured out how to continue through a door, so that's good. Try flipping these tables or kicking those barrels with the E button. Flip tables can be used as cover. They're also used by some of your enemies as cover. Yeah, get angry! Barrels, like that one, can be rolled. If you shoot them, they will explode, however. These other barrels, you can just walk over and they'll destroy themselves. They never contain anything, so you don't have to worry about going crazy on them. This is the most important lesson. You can dodge roll by pressing right-click and a direction. You are invulnerable to gunfire during the first half of the dodge roll, but vulnerable again when you hit the ground. This means you can dodge through bullets and other hazards. It requires precise timing. When you give the word, I'll open the barrier. Use the dodge roll to reach the right side of the room without perishing. Wait until the last second, then press right-click to begin the roll. Are you ready to begin the test? Ready. Nice work. An impasse. Use your dodge roll to jump over that pit. Will do. Happy to do so. The door is open, but you've got one last pit to cross. Time it well. You really want to catch the lip before you do a jump that loud. The dodge roll is the first and best way to avoid dying in a gunfight. That and not being in a gunfight. Sometimes, though, the number of bullets can be overwhelming. For instance, there's no dodging through that, but there is a way to clear the path. These are called blanks. Using one will delete all enemy projectiles in a room and stop enemies from shooting for a short period. They will also push nearby enemies away. Great if you need a second to reposition. Pick them up by walking over to them. Use them by pressing the Q button. Use a blank to clear the way of bullets and then quickly make it through the gap. Excellent! Blanks refill every floor, so use them when you need to. They can also be found throughout the Gungeon, but I wouldn't rely on that. Onward! You've got the basics, scoundrel. I suppose you've earned a reward. A gun befitting your stature and experience. Go on, open it. Pea shooter. Baby's first gun. Use the mouse to aim and left click to fire. Reload with the R button. But first you'll need something to shoot. One of the Gungeon's natural inhabitants. Cruel, savage, and bloodthirsty. A bullet. Now, kill him. Cold-blooded, truly you are ruthless. The next rooms will be real gunfights. Kill all the enemies in each room, and the doors will open. I'll meet you a few rooms ahead. Now go. It's always good to reload before you go into a new room. Pretty simple. Over here. Well, I guess he wanted to talk to me. Oh well. You see that thing on the other side? That's a teleporter. Whenever you find one, you can always return there as long as you aren't in combat. To use it, first open the map by holding tab. Then click the chamber symbol you wish to warp to. That's a pretty good pun. Subtle, though. Got it? Or should I explain it again? Good. Now use the teleporter to cross the gap. So you hold tab, and then you click the teleporter you want to teleport to. Remember, you can warp to any teleporter on the map, not just ones in the same room, but they won't work if you are in combat. If you press E while standing on that portal, you can use it to teleport back to where you were. I'll be waiting a few rooms north of here. You should explore, trying to find a better gun before you challenge the boss. Okay, so, like he said, if I hit E, I'll come back here to the other side. It's very handy for navigating back to where you were if you teleport, say, to the shop to buy something. So, if you'll notice to the right, there's this red path with the X. There is a pressure plate on the far side of the door. If you stand on it, it'll open the door. Can't be opened from this side. Interestingly enough, it doesn't show up on the map, but there appears to be another door of that type on the west wall. We'll look into that. These grenades will roll towards you and then explode. You can either dodge at the last minute and in order to not be hit, or you can shoot them a couple of times and they'll blow up. If you're trying to conserve ammo on a different gun, might be better to try dodging them. Fortunately, these bullets cannot pass over the pits. As you can tell, the ones with the red bandanas are a little more dangerous than their normal relatives there. Use control to switch guns. If you have 2 or more guns, hold control to show slow time and pick the one you want. AK47. Yeah, I'll consider that better than a pea shooter for the time being. If we want to look at these guns, we can hit I, go into the descriptions just like we did before. The pea shooter, traditionally given to Gungeoneers when they first arrive at the Gungeon, it is incredibly weak. The AK-47 is in many ways the gun against which all other guns are judged. This affordable and reliable piece of hardware has proven itself in nearly any terrain or situation. Desert, jungle, snow, and dungeon were all accounted for in its timeless design. It can even fire underwater. I like the little portraits here. There's like a bullet queen and a bomb guy. Kind of interesting. Nice attention to detail in general in this game. I'd say that's much more efficient. Maybe not ammo efficient, but you do get 350 rounds for it. It's not too bad. So, I could have flipped this table to use as cover. This crack in the wall, however, if I use a blank, will open up a secret passage. And grab this shield. It gave me 2 armor. Now armor, when you get hit, will fire off a blank automatically, and you'll lose 1 point of armor. It's a very helpful way to regain the control over the situation if you've taken some damage. I will go ahead and open the Ammonomicon so you folks can read the descriptions on their own. Feel free to pause the video if needs be. Very well, let's continue on our journey. This is a pre-boss chamber. Speak with me when you are ready for your final challenge. Are you ready to put all you have learned to the test? Sure, let's do this. Then face me in single combat. Guess he has a shield at the very beginning. Now these circles, it's best to roll towards them to dodge them. If you roll away from a lot of those circle type attacks, you're likely to get hit with them, because most bullets, not these in particular, travel about the same speed you do. Ceasefire, ceasefire. Wait, that shield. You found my shield, which means you know my terrible secret. It's true, I never conquer the Gungeon. I'm no longer sure this even is the Gungeon. How humiliating. It's all that one guy's fault. That snake, Blockner, we were supposed to be partners, but shortly after we arrived, I was shot in the back. When I awoke, I was trapped in some kind of chest. I called out for help, but no one came. I'm sure it was him who shot me. I think he wanted the gun for himself, but he must not have made it. Because if Blockner had changed the past, he would never have come to the Gungeon, and neither would I. But I'm still here, so he must have left. Or maybe he's stuck in the Gungeon too. It would serve him right. If you find him, tell him Manny says hi, if you know what I mean. You want me to kill him? Hey now, nobody said anything about killing. But yes, please do. Anyway, I've nothing left to teach you. Good luck with the Gungeon and your past. Alright, that brings us to the end of the tutorial, and also very close to the end of the episode. When we return, I will go ahead and enter the Gungeon itself. Thank you for watching, and have a lovely day.